नरोत्तमं देवी सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीम् उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टकी। Hare Krishna. We are reading Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 3rd Canto, 3rd chapter, titled as The Lord's Pastimes out of Vṛndāvana, text number 18. Uddhavji is reciting this pastimes to Vidurji while Vidurji is traveling away from Hastinapur while the Mahabharat war was going on, and at Prabhas Kshetra, that's where Uddhavji and Vidurji got introduced to each other, and Vidurji came to know that Lord Krishna and his all associates have left the planet. So Vidurji couldn't believe it. So he asked questions to Uddhavji, and in reply to that, Uddhavji started remembering all the wonderful pastimes of Lord Krishna, starting from his birth. And as he grew older, he destroyed all the Rakshasas. And then at the end of the Mahabharat war, when all the Kauravas were killed, then Yudhishthir Maharaj was established as king of Bharatvarsha, as a ruler of Bharatvarsha. And then Lord had a special plan. He had his associates with him. Who were all the queens, so 16,108 queens and their children. Every queen had 10 children each. So Lord had a plan to take them back along with him, because Lord Krishna had decided that he is going to finish his pastimes on the Dhara, on earth. So Lord made them to fight among themselves, and everybody went back to home, back to Golok Vṛndāvana Dham. And then in the previous shloka we learned that how Parikshit Maharaj was saved within the womb of Uttara, when Uttara came and said, Pahi Pahi Mahayogi Deva Deva Jagatpate. And then Parikshit Maharaj was saved. Yudhishthir Maharaj was established as a king. We'll continue reading the pastimes of Lord here in this shloka, so that you can repeat after me. Ayajaya dharma sutam ashvamedhe stribhir vibhu sopi kshamam anujay rakshan Rime Krishna Anuvartaha. Translation. The Supreme Lord induced son of Dharma to perform 3 horse sacrifices, Ashwamedha Yagna. And Maharaj Yudhishthir, constantly following Krishna, the personality of Godhead, protected and enjoyed the earth, assisted by his younger brothers. So we can see here in this shloka that Maharaj Yudhishthir was established as the king of Bharatvarsha, and then Lord Krishna guided Maharaj Yudhishthir personally, and under the guidance of Lord Krishna, Yudhishthir Maharaj performed 3 Ashwamedha Yagnas, 3 horse sacrifices. So horse sacrifice is a very special procedure where a horse which is of a particular color, white and black color, with a particular pattern, is sent all over the kingdom, each and every place, and soldiers are accompanying. So whosoever tries to stop that horse has to fight with the king's soldiers. If they do not stop, which means that they have accepted that particular king as their emperor. So Maharaj Yudhishthir sent the horse along with the soldiers, and nobody stopped him, because everybody knew that Maharaj Yudhishthir is very honest, very humble, and is according to dharma. He's a son of Dharma, Dharmaraj. So nobody stopped the horse, and all the horse sacrifices were successful. It was Ashwamedha Yagna. And thus Yudhishthira Maharaj ruled the earth, assisted by his four brothers. Prabhupada ji writes a purport here. Maharaj Yudhishthira was ideal monarchical representative on the earth because he was constant follower of Supreme Lord. So this is very important that we have to be guided by the Supreme Authority in our life, as Maharaj Yudhishthira was guided by Lord Krishna. So in our life also there has to be a guidance. Without guidance, it's a misdirection. So we have to have guidance of higher authority. And for us, the higher authority is Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. For Yudhishthira Maharaj, Lord was personally there, so he could talk to him. For us, Krishna is personally there in the form of Śrīmad-Bhagavad Gita and Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. So Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. So if regularly we read Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and Bhagavad Gita, which means that we are constantly getting guidance from Krishna himself. Lord Krishna is speaking to us in the form of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam and Bhagavad Gita. As stated in Vedas, Upanishad, the Lord is proprietor of entire manifested cosmic creation, which presents a chance for the conditioned souls to revive their eternal relationship with the Lord, and thus go back to Godhead, back home. So Bhagavan Krishna, he always wants us to be with him. Now currently we are separated from Krishna and we are roaming in this material world from one life to another in the various forms of reincarnations. Now we are human being, and then sometimes we are animal, the insect, the birds, the reptiles. And Lord Krishna wants us to be back with him. So that's why he gives us a chance. Whenever he comes, he performs his pastimes, and through pastimes he tries to attract us towards him. The whole system of material world is arranged with that program and plan. Anyone who violates the plan is punished by the law of nature, which is acting by the direction of Supreme Lord. तो जो भगवान के आदेश का उपदेश का पालन नहीं करते हैं, जो भगवत गीता का पालन नहीं करते हैं, भागवतम का अध्ययन नहीं करते हैं, तो फिर वो उनको कोई मार्गदर्शन नहीं मिल सकता है. जब कोई मार्गदर्शन नहीं मिलता है तो व्यक्ति वहाँ पे भटकते रहता है. जैसे हम कोई नए शहर में आए और हमें कोई रास्ता न बताए तो हम क्या हो जाएंगे, हम घूमते रहेंगे इधर से उधर, उधर से इधर, क्योंकि रास्ता ही मालूम नहीं है. वैसे ही ये भौतिक जगत में हम घूम रहे हैं, कभी मनुष्य का जीवन लेके, कभी जानवर का जीवन लेके. तो भगवान हमें दिशा देने के लिए आते हैं, भगवद गीता और भागवतम देते हैं और कहते हैं कि आप सही दिशा में चले जाओ तो आप अपने घर पहुंच जाएंगे, भटकने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. लेकिन हम भटक रहे हैं कि एक योनि से दूसरी योनि में. भगवान एक ही जगह है, जो हमारा घर है वो भगवान का धाम है, गोलोक वृंदावन धाम. तो भगवान के मार्गदर्शन से हम भगवान के पास जा सकते हैं. Maharaj Yudhishthira was installed on the throne of the earth as a representative of Lord. The king is always expected to be representative of Lord. Perfect monarchy necessitates representation of supreme will of the Lord, and Maharaj Yudhishthira was ideal monarch on this supreme principle. तो जो राज्य करता रहते हैं, जो whosoever is the ruler main, he has to obey the instructions of Lord Krishna. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was the ideal representative. So here the example of the best ruler is mentioned. Nowadays most of the rulers are atheist, which means they do not believe in presence of God. So that is why the whole world is going into turmoil, because we have people who are atheists like Hiranyakashipu who are ruling the whole world. So that is the problem. Both the kings and the subjects were happy in the discharge of worldly duties, and thus protection of the citizens and enjoyment of the natural life with full cooperation of material nature followed the reign of Maharaj Yudhishthir and his worthy descendants like Maharaj Parikshit. So, the main subject matter is the protection. The main duty of a king is protection of his citizen. So, what does mean protection of citizens? Which means protection of humans as well as protection of animals. So, nowadays, protection of citizens usually means that protection of human beings. Animals are allowed to be killed, but animals are also citizens of this universe, of this particular place. So we cannot let animals get killed. So when Maharaj Yudhishthir was there, no cows were killed, no bulls were killed. Animals were not killed just for their sense gratification, for eating or selling. Nobody used to kill the animals to sell in the marketplace. Actually, we can see that from the history of Parikshit Maharaj, when he saw a bull being killed by a butcher, Parikshit Maharaj stopped him immediately and punished him. Actually, so that is the duty of the king to protect every citizen. That is why violence is to be prevented. If we kill animals, kill trees, then we are destroying the whole arrangement of Krishna. And that is why there is no cooperation. This full cooperation of material nature. What does that mean? Full cooperation of material nature? Which means that when we protect the nature will protect us. अगर हम धरती माँ को नुकसान करेंगे तो फिर क्या फायदा? So people are drilling, people are digging, people are doing whatever they want. They are killing animals, they are killing all the ocean life also. People are going and hunting in the ocean, they're drilling in the ocean. So it's all material disturbance. Who are these people? Like, well, the people are business, people are, everybody is behind money, right? So in that competition for money, people are fighting and killing the nature. So here Srila Prabhupada says that when you protect everybody, which means protecting all the birds, the animals, the trees, as well as human beings, then the nature will cooperate. And then when nature will cooperate, then you can enjoy the natural life. It's the enjoyment of natural life. Nowadays, the whole life is artificial. We all are dependent on so many material things. But natural life is different. So we have to cooperate with the nature, then the nature will cooperate with us. So that is the duty of a king, to protect each and every citizen. So Maharaj Yudhishthir was an ideal king because he was constant follower of Supreme Lord. He protected all the citizens, including the animal, birds, reptiles, as well as the material elements as well. So that is why Yudhishthir Maharaj enjoyed it for a long time. Otherwise, if you do not protect people and the citizens at large, then the citizens will also not cooperate with you, and they will throw you away. Like Duryodhan did not protect the citizens. Duryodhan tried to harass everyone, exploit everyone. So that's why Duryodhan was ultimately destroyed. But Maharaj Yudhishthir, he himself retired from the kingdom. He was not thrown away or defeated by anyone. He said, now I am giving up my rule and I am making Parikshit as the king. So that's how the kings used to be. Kings used to be very ideal and they used to retire at a particular age. They can't pull it forever. Once they think that now it's the time to give required energy for spiritual enlightenment, then they used to retire from the active politics. And they used to go to the jungle to do tapasya. So Pandavas also retired timely and they went to jungle for the tapasya. And then they established Parikshit Maharaj as the next king. So thus the kings were very orderly. Huh? So with that we will pause here and we'll continue when we meet tomorrow. Vṛndāvana